It is Atlanta Rovers FC versus Legends FC. Larry Weaver here alongside Andre Bomar, and we have a fantastic match for you today. Dre, just want to get your thoughts on the match coming up.
Well, it's been a long time coming, since the last season, a couple of weeks? But much anticipated. I think that we're in for a very competitive season this season. It remains to be seen with both of these teams how they will respond to their season from last season. Legends, of course, surviving on the last day, looking to improve upon that. Rovers had a very disappointing season. A team that should have been challenging for a title really faltered in the second half of the season. They have a lot to prove now, and Coach Ayub has them ready to go this time for this fall 2023 season.
Yeah, some major changes with Atlanta Rovers. Like you said, those last 5-6 matches of the spring season completely fell through, and a change made from the top. Nico no longer the coach. Ayub Aloui taking over the realms as the owner and the coach. So this is going to be a big change. It brought in a lot of new players. A bunch of players left, a bunch of new players in. Looks like Rovers are going to get us started there, and they're all blue kits. They're going to be moving from right to left. Legends in their traditional white tops with light blue shorts. They will be moving from left to right.
Yeah, I think, Larry, you taking back control, I think is going to steady this club. I think a lot of the drama that was happening in the locker room for them now has been settled. But how will they respond? They've had to rebuild and reset now. So it looks like, it's something to watch for. And the same thing with Legends. Will they build on the success of surviving last season and do something today? So I think just looking out, we're waiting for the kickoff. The referees had to make an adjustment on the corner flag there.
Yeah. We're here at beautiful brand new Steele Road Stadium in Ellenwood, Georgia. It is an absolute peach of a setup here. Brand new Morrow High School. It's another scorcher of a day, currently 92 degrees. Feels like 102. Tack on at least another 100 degree, or another 10 degrees, excuse me, not that much. Another 10 degrees on that turf. So it is going to definitely be a hydration break kind of day. And then also our center ref for today is going to be Kayla Polanski. I wanted to say that right.
I don't know what's happening.
I think they're just getting last-minute pieces together. Fourth official is talking with the staff. They're just getting some last-minute pieces together. We're just about ready to get it underway.
Yeah, I guess there's some minor admin situations that are going on.
Needed some wait. It looks like there's going to be some wait, because you have to remember that this is a multi-use field, so it's going to be not only for soccer, but it's also going to be football as well, American football. So I think that weight that was just brought out, I think that's being used to hold down the goal itself on the back post.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to lower league soccer.
Exactly. Well, we had two matches to kick off the Premier Division fall season yesterday. We brought you the match between SSL and Atlanta City FC. That was a really, really good match. Went back and forth. SSL coming out on top. And then the late match was FC Birmingham versus Vinotinto. Vinotinto just put it on FC Birmingham. Vinotinto is just, for these last few matches in the playoffs last fall and in the spring, they have just had Birmingham's number.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how they match up really well against FC Birmingham. And, I had high hopes for FC Birmingham after the way they finished last season, but they stumbled at the starting gate here. And Vinotinto, who I figured may be looking at another struggle against relegation, started out in fine fashion. So This appears to be the start of a very unpredictable season in the Georgia Premier Division in the UPSL.
Looks like the fourth officials just, or I should say the AR is just getting some final pieces of that Rovers net in order. So we're just about to get underway. Like I said, Kayla Polonsky is our center official. Adonis Merritt and Jacob Kazmarek are your ARs. James Kazmarek is your fourth official.
Yeah, want to make sure that everything is set just right for the start of this match. It'll be the first game for both of these teams for the fall season. And, I don't know really what to expect from top to bottom in the Georgia Premier season. It seems to be always a bit unpredictable. I know that we have another big game to look forward to as far as results today. It's going to be Dalton against Kalanji Pro Profile.
Well,
and
not only that one, Dre, but the other one that I'm really looking forward to is the newcomers, UMAFC versus Atlanta United Academy at Callaway Stadium down there in LaGrange, Georgia. And we're underway here. Oh, I can start it.
I would imagine if early on here we're going to see a little bit of sparring. It's the first game of the season. First time that these guys kind of get together and try to put together some type of team effort to get ahead. I think Rovers is going to start this out. Probing is what I would expect to kind of test and see what kind of pressing that might happen with Legends. Will Legends sit back and try to hit them on the break, or will they try to press and force the issue? Here's a long ball down the right side.
It's going to be interesting to see because Coach Wozniak, they really came into the spring season without a lot of information, and
yeah, I think you're right. They've kept a lot of things close to the vest. They've been trialing a lot of new players.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. You can see Rovers just playing this ball back to the keeper, but it was one of those things where they really didn't know what they had to bring to the league. We saw some of those first matches. They did a really good job pressing and then had a little bit of difficulty as the match went on. They got better as the season went along. Of course, Coach Wozniak also dealing with his off-the-field situation with his medical condition, and so that took away some of his opportunity to coach the group. Looks like he's doing better and the team is doing better. Looks like they've also upgraded some positions that were really in need. So really looking forward to see what Legends has to provide us this season.
Yeah, I'd expect an improvement there. They have in addition to Coach Wozniak, they have a really solid coaching staff. And so along with the teamwork that goes on the field, off the field, they've had to consolidate to make sure that the right type of leadership is out there for them. And they seem to be a close-knit team now. And so it should pay dividends for them as the season starts out.
Okay, we got a free kick here for the Rovers. It's just give or take about 28, 29 yards out on the far right side. Plenty of space to get up and down, but it's going to need a lot of power. Let's see what happens here. Easily grabbed by the keeper.
Yeah, I would have thought that he would have tried to get it across to maybe some of the on-rushing attack, but kind of a tame attempt there. We have to categorize that as a wasted opportunity.
That ball's able to stay in. I was wondering if it was going to go out, but the Rovers were able to keep it in. Like I said, Rovers having a bit of a change with their staff. So I was talking to Coach Alui before the match, and he was talking about some of the new players that they have coming in. and he's got some really, sounds like some really good firepower from around the MPSL, around he's got one player that came from Spain, and another player that's not here today that's probably going to be coming in here rather soon, a name that we know oh too well when it came to Seas United, that being Akini James.
Yeah, former Golden Boot winner at 17 years of age. He struggled with injury of late, but he's most recently played in Europe, so
it sounds like that
experience.
Knee injury is finally gone, and he's getting some good play. That was the other thing that we talked about. Luke Sexton, he's not playing today. He's still, he's better, but he's still, when you're coming back from a knee injury like Luke had, it takes a while for your brain to accept hard physical challenges. I've seen it with players in the past, and when you take that first initial hit, your brain just thinks that it's the same that you had when you were injured, and it just is not happy, to say the least.
Yeah, coming back from long-term injury is always a tough thing, because getting back to match fitness requires games, and that's why I like the idea of like a reserve division. It gives these players that opportunity to get competitive time in and get back to match fitness quicker. So, and that's something, working with the leadership in the Georgia division, we're going to try to implement that a little bit more effectively in the future.
Trying to move that ball down the left side, earns a foul, does the Legends.
I think the game has really been stuttering here in the beginning stage. There's not a lot of flowing.
Yeah, so
far. I wondered, Larry, how much the weather might have something to do with that. It's extremely hot out there on that synthetic pitch out there.
Definitely. Like we were saying, you're looking at over 100 degrees on that turf right now.
I'm sure there'll be some hydration breaks today.
This one's 40 yards out. Lofted into the box. Cleared away by the Rovers. One of the big changes for the Rovers this season, they do not have their captain and starting center back, Max Clare. He has transferred over to Dalton United. So that's a big positive upgrade for Dalton, and definitely a downslide for Rovers just on paper.
Yeah, it's definitely sort of a downgrade a little bit for Rovers, but it is a situation where the player relocated, and he's closer to Dalton, and that's where Dalton benefited to get his services. And
that is a spot that Dalton needed. Dalton needed to upgrade in the defense, so that gives them even more firepower. Right now, Dalton at the top of the leaderboard. You're going to have to take the captain down if you're.
Well, that's what's, even Coach Kiko had talked about at Dalton there as they try to thread that ball through. Unfortunately for them, Legends got it. This counterattack. But Coach Kiko was talking about how this season is going to be a little bit different for them. They know that the other teams in the division are going to be gunning for them. So they're going to have to go in with the mentality, a siege mentality every week now.
Yeah, you know that, when you're the king on the top of the mountain, everyone's going to try to knock you off. And it is going to be a slugfest for them every single match here in this fall season.
Yeah, and what a rivalry they've developed with Atlanta United Academy. A team that intimately involved with competing against them for honors, both in the playoffs and in the division. And of course, Kalanji is looking to focus more and try to get their title back that they lost.
There's a good ball sent forward for the Legends down this right-hand side, just not able to keep it in, and it's going to go out for a throw. Good motion of play there for the Legends. When we look at Legends, they set up in a 4-2-3-1. Some names that we saw from last season. Some new names on there as well.
no real chances so far early in. I mean, we're not even 10 minutes into the match yet, but nothing really developed for either side. Maybe a little bit of a sparring thing there as they both kind of sit back and pass around to see if they can find that advantage.
Long ball forward for the Rovers. He will be onside once he gains possession. Shot taken and right over. Just couldn't get the good possession there, and it just goes over the bar, and that'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, first real good opportunity of the match there. He timed that run really well as we look at this replay here. And, yeah, he broke just fine. Ball right there. Maybe a unfortunate bounce for him. Slowed him down, allowed the defender to kind of interrupt him a little bit. And he ballooned the ball over. But a good effort. Would that be the beginning of something more for Rovers as this half starts to mature?
Legends working it out of the back. Elect to go back to the keeper.
Legends showing a little bit of patience here. Rovers gonna lightly press a little bit.
Good movement there. Rovers cut that pass off. Now they're on the attack. Ball over the top, over on the left-hand side. Able to see that ball out, and it'll be a throw for the Rovers.
That looks like Legends brought that back in that time, and they're going to pass along the back again. I think Rovers kind of inching their way up a little bit more to press a little bit, but more shepherding more than actual pressing. Here's a ball through. It's
Just a good high line there by the Rovers. Able to catch Legends offsides. Coach Wozniak loves what he sees so far.
Yeah, Legends definitely looking for their opportunity to punch a hole through that Rovers defense. But Rovers has been trying to do the same thing.
One thing the Legends have, number 35, Barry Entos, he just able to get that ball forward, and he finds these really soft passes to players that are moving forward.
Hefty challenge there on the Rovers players. Eventually goes out. It's going to be ruled a goal kick here, although some of the Rovers coaching staff was yelling for a corner.
I was wondering if they were going to call a corner there, but goal kick was called.
And Legends gets us back going here. So Barrientos is coming all the way back to his position. Seems to have a roving position sometimes with Legends.
Legends moving it. Nice little give and go. Right on the end line. Tapped, and it will be a corner. First corner of the match.
Now here's an opportunity for Legends to pull some players forward. See if they can make a difference.
Nice in swinger. Goes all the way out of the box, all the way to the corner. Bad touch. It'll be a throw for the Rovers.
Yeah, Legends not able to take advantage of that opportunity there, and you wonder how many they're going to get as this half goes on. But they do maintain possession here.
Decent ball forward. just not able to get it to a teammate. Barrientos, nice little slotted pass, just not able to get it to that running teammate.
A little bit more and more from Legends as they try to poke their way through there. They do have players forward.
That ball's going to go out. It'll be a Legends throw.
That's a poor attempt at a long ball there to come down this left wing, but not executed too well.
Legends feeling confident in that back line. Barrientos, another ball forward, this time switching it all the way over on the left-hand side, able to control it. Trying to get it in the box, able to get the player. Not the greatest pass, but he was able to get it to his teammate. Again, back over to that left-hand side. The Rovers defense able to get the head on it and to clear that ball out. Bit of a scuffle there between the two players. Center official right there to settle that between the two tens.
Oh, slight handbags there as they clash after the foul.
Well, they definitely had their arms wrapped.
Yeah. Referee has cooled that out. She's going to have a little word with some of the Legends players there involved. But it is just a word. Rovers will get the free kick.
Center official went over and talked to the AR just to make sure that, and there is going to be a yellow card issued to both players, it looks like. Or is it just, no, just, it looks like she just gave the yellow card to Rovers number 10.
Yeah, I think that might be for the retaliation after the foul.
Yeah, because he pushed out when after they hit the turf.
Yeah, and that's why the AR there alerted the center ref to that, and that's why the referees work as a team, catch those things. They want to keep this game under control. Yeah, order has been restored as Rovers gets us back underway.
Moving through the midfield. Got it forward. Cleared out. And that will be a corner.
Now it's Rovers' turn.
First corner for the Rovers. This will be an in-swinger. Headed away by the Legends. Now see what they can do. Can they counter? Slow down the play. Allow some of the players to get forward. Now switching it all the way to the right. He's able to keep it in.
Nice work there.
He was able to get it all the way down there, and then he loses possession, pushing the back by Barrientos. And now that'll be a, he's got to be careful. Barrientos, you could end up getting a yellow card there just kicking the ball away.
Yeah, there's no need for that.
Center official coming over and having to talk to him.
I'm sure that's going to be it for him.
Number 28.
One warning.
And number 28 there for the Legends, Syed Rajana. You know, he got all the way down there, got possession, and then lost it. That was
kind of a clumsy challenge there for the foul for Barrientos, and like you say, they'll have to watch out. You know, he's going to be a vital part of the attack for Legends. The way he can, you know, hold on to the ball and push it forward to the attacking players on the wing sometimes can be a big difference for Legends.
And the way that he can finesse the ball forward, if you allow Barrientos a free kick within 20, 30 yards of the box, he can make something happen. So you definitely don't want to give the Legends too many options, because they have some star players that can really catch you.
That is true.
Throw for the Rovers. Foul there. You know, we talked about the Legends. When we talk about the Rovers, you know, they're playing a traditional 4-3-3. A lot of new names. One of the names that we know very well, Sebastian Montero. See if he can provide some necessary attack here for the Rovers. Legends trying to move through that midfield.
And Larry, I think the Rovers have to too look at this first game as almost a must-win. You know, considering the competition that's up against them this season, if they're serious about challenging for the title.
Definitely so. I mean, you're going to have to fight for every single point.
It's going to be so competitive from top to bottom this season. 13 teams in the division. 7 teams are going to make the playoffs. First place gets a first round bye, and then there'll be 2 teams that are relegated to Division 1 at the end of the season, the bottom 2. So there's something to play for at the top, at the middle, and at the bottom.
This will be another corner for the Rovers. This will be another in-swinger. Headed.
Nice.
Just not on frame, and it goes out for throw for the Legends FC.
Decent effort with the curling ball in, but didn't have the resource on the others on that far post to make a difference there, but good effort.
Legends able to win that ball, but gave it right back to the Rovers. That was one of the things that we saw yesterday in the SSL Atlanta City match. There were times in that match where neither side could really hold possession for any length of time.
Yeah, I think, you know, sometimes the fundamentals goes out the door with some of these teams at this level. And
Barrientos, nice release of the ball, but that subsequent pass forward goes right to the keeper. You know, we talk about points, Dre. When you look at last season, you only had 30 points total to amass. Dalton win with 24 points. So like we said, every single point matters. They ended the season 7-3-0.
yeah, I mean, every point matters. So, you know, whether you win, whether you draw, every game matters. And so even this first game of the season, you can, oh, here's a long.
A little bit of a tug in the back, and he's going to be offsides. He was forward of the defender. Rahana just cannot get a good touch over there on this right-hand side for Legends.
He's been struggling with that all game so far. But yeah, just like it matters to Rovers, it matters to Legends as well. You know, they avoided relegation on the last game of the season, but they wouldn't want to be flirting with that this season again.
No, not at all. You don't need that consistent pressure on yourself. You know, like you said, they were lower on the card, but that win over LGSA saw them go all the way to 8th place.
Oh,
Good shot, but easily grabbed by the keeper.
first shot on goal today, and tame by comparison to what we've seen before from Rovers.
That spring season, it was so tight. The second and third, Atlanta United and Kalanji, they both had 23 points. But you look down there at the bottom, you know, Legends had 9. Vinotinto and Atlanta City both had 8. And then LGSA, they found themselves relegated.
Yeah, and it was really disappointing with the LGSA, a team that underachieved massively. And then, of course, coming to the last day of the season, survival day, and it's almost as if they didn't take it too seriously. And Legends took full advantage of that. You know, that's the thing about your leadership. You know, Legends was ready for the game. LGSA wasn't, and LGSA are, you know, not here, and Legends is here. So can they build on this Legends, you know? So far they're matching Rovers toe-to-toe here. But not a lot of attack from either side.
Easily won there by the defensive Legends.
I think a lot of this is down to some cautious play there, Larry. I think
You know, we've talked about it in the past. Do you play the chess match and play not to lose, or do you just go for it? You know, teams like Dalton United, they just go for it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's a certain style that you see with the highly skilled teams like Kalanji, like Atlanta United, Dalton. They can afford to go for it because they have such a high level of talent. But when you don't have as much, you have to be very careful about the way you go forward, protecting yourself in the back. And Rovers is, you know, they're rebuilding after a disappointing season last season. Legends is continuing to build from the success from last season. And Legends has a very good organization, but the talent level is still being, you know, cultivated and grown there.
Trying to switch the play for the Rovers, able to get it over to number 17. Bad touch, but he's able to keep it just barely in, but they are going to call that a goal kick.
Yeah, I think you're right. That bad touch was all the difference. If he could have gotten that first touch to work for him, he was in on goal.
And this will be the hydration break for this match. Like we said, we're looking at regular temperatures of 95 degrees right now. Only 2-mile-an-hour wind. Feels like 109.
Yeah, I can imagine what it must be down there. That is a synthetic turf, and that turf holds that heat.
And it
at least an additional 10 or 15 degrees.
Yeah, and I can tell you from experience, it just sets your feet on fire with those cleats.
Yeah.
This will give us an opportunity to thank the sponsors for both sides. When you talk about Legends FC, they have a plethora of support. Southeast Restoration Group, Farmers Insurance, Sellers Law Firm, Advantage Roofing and Remodeling, Atomic Brand Energy, Mike Patton Auto, Michelle Partain Photography, and our favorite, Beacon Brewery.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes the commentating team gets a gift from Beacon Brewery.
And Atlanta Rovers, Cycle Works Sanitation, Panorama Press, and Hove. We thank all of the companies and individuals that help sponsor these teams. These teams cannot operate without your help and support.
Yeah, and any sponsors who is looking to, you know, widen their own exposure by associating with one of these teams, contact the teams, and we can feature your business on the broadcast. We have a podcast, Center Circle, during the week that we do, as well as highlight shows, interviews. Sponsors and investment in those areas are needed to widen the exposure for these players, for these teams, and connect them with the local communities.
Like we said, today's match, Atlanta Rovers versus Legends FC here at Steele Road Stadium in Ellenwood, Georgia.
It is a beautiful facility here. It's a brand new school and facility.
So brand new, even Google Maps doesn't even know where it's located.
Yeah.
But it's gorgeous. It is the biggest high school I've ever seen. It goes on and on.
Yeah, I mean, to anybody who hasn't been here, if you picture a mid-sized college campus, this is what this high school looks like.
Indeed. It looks like if it would be a junior college, that would be about the size of this facility.
And Rovers will be playing here from time to time. Their true home is Tara Stadium in Clayton County, which is another nice facility there.
Definitely so. But with the temperatures and and all of the amenities that are here in this brand new stadium with the air conditioning and you can see down on the sidelines they have the fans that have the misting system to keep the players at least a little bit cooler.
Yeah, that's nice to see down there. Looks like we're back in action here.
Legends get us back underway.
Looks like Legends going to go back to their game, running around the back, see if they can work their way through. Here's the ball down.
Nice
the right
ball
side.
forward. Moving up
on?
on the right-hand side. He's on. Slotted.
Oh.
And it's in the back of the net. What a fantastic goal for Legends FC.
Right after the restart. I mean, out of nothing, Larry.
Talk about just a perfect time of a break for Legends so
Oh,
that
man, just
Coach Wozniak must have gave him some sort of knowledge. Look at this ball.
nicely done. Oh, good finish, too. I mean, they played it around the back. He found that mid-range ball down the right side. He was free, beat the offside trap, and just rolled it past the goalkeeper for the 1-0 lead.
Legends
Great
won.
opportunity now for Legends.
You know, we saw a couple times it was Rahana that was getting that ball over on the right-hand side. He just was having trouble controlling it. That time, it was number 22, Ren, who primarily is the right back. He went on a complete run and had it wide open and made that goal, made it look very easy.
Yeah, he's been trying to make that run most of this game so far and just haven't really connected. But, boy, he really got it done that time. Great start for Legends here now.
And you can
And
see
Rovers still have that issue, Larry. I mean, they need to get out of the doldrums of coming from behind and not getting the results that they need. They need to turn it around here. And what is it, Larry? Hashtag what?
response time. It's time for Atlanta Rovers to make a response, because you don't want to spend too much time down, because then you're going to have to fight to come back. You end up doing things that you really didn't want to do.
And the question, too, Larry, is what is Legends going to do now? They're going to press and try to get another, or they're going to protect that lead going into the half?
Yeah, because you can see already, I can see the changes that Coach Wozniak made. Rahana, who was over here on this right-hand side, he's moved all the way over to the left-hand side. Number 22, Ren, is playing. The right back is playing far more forward now on this right-hand side. They really see something to expose on this right-hand side.
Yeah, they've been really trying to get down that side. They haven't been able to execute. Oh.
His foot let him down.
Yeah, he was in a decent position to counterattack there.
Good job there by the Legends man to just deflect it off of the Rovers player to get a throw.
Spariantos now.
Here we go. I think we're going to see a nice pass on the left-hand side. Not a good pass. because Rahana was all open there on that far left side.
Yeah, that was well covered.
But here's an opportunity for the Rovers, not able to keep it in. It'll be a Legends throw.
He's going to call foul on that. Boy, I tell you, the after this first week, we're really going to get an idea of what we're going to be looking for in the coming weeks in this championship challenge for the division.
It's really going to be interesting. You got the two teams that have come up, UMAFC and SSL. SSL earning a win yesterday against Atlanta City. You've got Potros FC coming back into the league. Then you've got the powerhouses, Kalanji, Dalton, Atlanta United. You've got North Georgia, Rovers.
Top to bottom, it's going to be a dogfight. And there's so much to play for, Larry, too. I mean, the division, there's playoff spots, there's, fight against relegation.
And then, if you're able to see your way into the playoffs and win the playoffs, that's just the first step. Now you're on to the national playoffs.
Yep, brand new season. There's also the U.S. Open Cup that many of the teams are participating in this season.
Now that we have the champion of the national playoffs, AS Frenzy, they get a first round. They go straight into the first round of the U.S. Open Cup. They don't have to qualify. That was offsides, so we get back underway.
Oh, good interception there. But poor pass. They do.
Shot taken and just slides by. It'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Legends was trying to work their way out of the back, but Rovers stole that ball, almost lost it, and then got their shot off. But I don't think we've seen the end of scoring for either side here.
No, I would say that it's just the beginning. You can see Coach Ayub pacing on that Rovers sideline.
Yeah, I think these Rovers players, they need a little bit of a confidence boost that would start with scoring. I don't think I've really thought about how long the drought has been for them as far as just getting a win.
There's a wide open left side. Rahana is able to get to the ball.
They're really looking down those wings for the attack. It's been fairly successful, but they haven't done it enough, I think. Here it is again down this right side.
Barrientos gets a head on it.
Oh.
Able to control it. He's got a good touch.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people would turn their nose up to Barrientos with his size and his structure,
well, that's
but
what's
he
so
has a
deceptive
great
about him.
touch.
Yeah. You're right, Larry. I think that's what's so deceptive. When you look at him and say, he can't move, he can't, control the ball or anything with his size, but he has a beautiful touch, and he's great on the dead balls as well.
Atlanta Rovers. A whole lot of dribbling and nothing really to show for it. Legends win the ball. Elect to go back to the keeper.
And Legends seem to be looking more and more comfortable. I guess scoring a goal can do that for you.
Always.
And Rovers, they've had a lot of possession. That they've done very little with it. But what can they do now?
Takes
nicely.
the shot, but it's easily grabbed there. Rovers will be happy to allow Legends will be happy to let Rovers shoot from 20 yards out all day long.
Yeah, and that's all they've had so far. I don't think they've had a shot within 30 yards of goal. Let's see if they can reset here, Rovers. I just feel a vibe, a little anxiousness from Rovers. You know, you feel like they want to get something out of this game. They want to get this goal scored and get ahead eventually. But it's just not happening. Legends not letting it happen right now.
Nice switch of play all the way over to that right-hand side.
Legends in good defensive plays.
Shot taken. Grabbed by the keeper, but he drops it. Allows for Rovers. Shot easily right to the keeper's breadbasket.
Oh, that could have been dangerous for the keeper. He was screened a little bit on that shot, but he handled it well. Rovers desperately trying to get something going here.
Thrown in. Yeah, right now the Rovers, they just don't have an attack right now.
Yeah, it looks like Legends too. I mean, their tactic right now is they're going to sit back a little bit. Not a hard press at all. Kind of soak up that pressure and see if they can hit them again on the break. We're about to exhaust the response time here.
Yeah. Right now, when it comes to
looks like we're going to get a card.
Another yellow there because he kind of pulled him down from behind. Right now, the way the Legends are playing, Jose Mourinho would be so proud.
And, I mean, Larry, are we seeing a little bit of frustration from Rovers already?
Definitely on that little play there, I would have to say that has to go down to just straight frustration.
All right, this is what we're talking about. Barrientos on those dead balls here with this free kick.
That one hit with a little too much pace.
A little too much energy. That usually happens after I give a player praise. Lets me down.
It's our curse.
Start back up here.
Rovers working through the back.
Yeah, Legends going to sit and wait for Rovers to bring it to them. Rovers has a lot of time on the ball, a lot of space as well. But like you say, that Jose Mourinho mentality with parking that bus right now for Legends is in full effect with the 1-goal lead.
Working that right-hand side yet again. Trying to do something with it. Unable to. Elects to go back. Trying to move it across the pitch. Not able to do so. Legends end up giving it right back to the Rovers.
Poorly cleared. Oh, now they're in.
Grabbed by the keeper. He was fumbling and stumbling into the box. Number 21, Sebastian Lopez, but he wasn't able to get anything out of it.
Yeah, that all
Ball bounces through. Barrientos. Oh, nice. That's a last-ditch touch there. That
Vital
last touch, number 2, Rennie Mathias, he had to make that touch because Barrientos was going to be on.
That's what I mean about Barrientos. His positioning is fantastic. I mean, he's sometimes back in defense. Here we are down the left side, Larry.
Option here. Slotted in, but just didn't get it to the player.
Yeah, Legends well prepared for that.
And that ball goes out.
But yeah, early on that that chance for Barrientos, again, he's in position. He's always kind of right where he needs to be to challenge. And there he was again. And you see him in defense, you see him in the midfield, you see him in attack. He's got that roving position.
Here we go, trying to again on that left-hand side this time, not able to get past
Little shirt pull there, but
the right back Rin. Dangerous deep pass in there by Legends, but they work it out.
yeah, very dangerous, Larry. You don't want to see them play around like that. He's in good position.
It's a nice little flick.
Oh, nicely done.
Headed, and it's in the back of the net.
There
That's
you go.
a beautiful, beautiful team effort there
And there's your
for the
equalizer.
Rovers. There's a response.
Little delayed response, but it got it. So it's 1-1.
Take a look at that again.
I don't know. Legends look like they stopped.
A little bit of ball watching there.
Yeah, calling for an offside, and you kind of stopped playing there, and that's not a good thing to do with the ball still in play. Taken full advantage of by Rovers. Nice header. Good finish. 1-1. Will this be the catalyst for Rovers?
As we're getting late into the first half.
It's a great time to score right before the half. Take that momentum into the locker room. Maybe a catalyst for the second half. And like I said before, if Rovers is serious about challenging for the division, they're going to have to get maximum points here to start this season off. And also just to get the momentum back after such a poor season last season.
Here's
Look at this, Larry.
Another ball up on the left-hand side. Rahana tried to give and go, not able to get it to him.
This is basically a brand new game now.
Just trying to see what the extra time is going to be.
Yeah, I haven't seen the fourth official put up an indicator yet. Foul, clumsy challenge. Referee's going to have a quick word. I'll try to thread it through there.
Seven takes a shot.
Nice shot.
Woo!
Oh, good
Great save by the keeper. Had to really get on his high horse, jump up there, make that save.
Needed saving.
Going to be a corner.
And we're deep in stoppage time here for the first half.
Take a quick look at that. Again, you see, move that ball forward.
Oh, nice
Turns,
layoff.
takes the shot. Whew. Right at the keeper.
Well constructed, got it on frame. Just a good save.
That was Spencer Van Buskert that took that shot. Keeper able to parry it over. Getting ready for an in-swinger.
Call.
Bounces, should have been a goal. Absolutely missed it there. Was the Rovers player on the back post. Oh, back heel flick by Barrientos. It's able to stay in.
He's got a man in the middle. Can he get it to him?
Just couldn't get it to him.
How much time is left for this stoppage?
Looks like not too much longer.
Yeah, I don't think there was. Well, there was the two. I mean, the hydration break was one, but
yeah, the hydration break and the two goals.
2 goals.
So
yeah.
you would think maybe 3 or 4 minutes. And I've seen the center ref bring the whistle to her mouth a couple times, but she hasn't officially called. Long ball. That's going to go out for a goal kick.
See the 4th official and the center looking at their watches, but
yeah,
no whistle yet.
I saw that she motioned 4 minutes to the player, but it's been 4 minutes.
Yeah, I saw saw fingers go. I couldn't count how many there were, but we've already exhausted the 4.
We could see that once this ball gets put back into play, it could be the end of the
it could
first
be.
half.
Here we go with the goal kick from Legends. And still we play on.
It's the half that never ends. Moving down the right-hand side here is Legends FC. He's able to get around the defender, into the box, slots it across. Oh, what a great save by the keeper.
Vital from the keeper.
He had to get that right. Otherwise, Legends had an opportunity to get back in the lead.
Yeah, gee. You think maybe he could have gone for it himself. He tried to find his on-rushing attacker coming across the middle, but picked off by the goalkeeper. Vital save.
That pass was cut off by the Legends. Now here's another attack. That ball just sent way too far forward. Again, center official looks at her watch.
Yeah, we're already in the 6th minute of extra time here.
You know, we've had these matches. We talked about it yesterday. You know, some of these Premier League matches, we've seen upwards of 10-minute halves. It's this new system that they're doing this season, trying to make more time of play.
Got a little cloud cover here. It's kind of cooling things down a little bit. A little wind kicking up. A little bit of relief for the players.
It looks like this unbearable heat is going to go away at least for a few days.
Yeah.
There's a horn.
All right, so we got the.
I think that could be a weather. Let me see. Let me look up the weather real quick.
Got a little bit of a weather notice there from. Looks like an approaching storm coming off to the right side from the west of the field. And we got the halftime whistle blown to coincide with the tone, I think, which might be lightning.
That's perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Yeah, so we got the half all the way in.
All right. So at halftime, we currently stand 1-1 between Atlanta Rovers FC and Legends FC. And Dre, just want to get your thoughts on that first half so far.
Well, it's been a back and forth affair. I've been impressed with Legends and the ability of them to control large portions of the game, and they've shown really good control and good attacking. But it's been sort of a slow game, I think, from both sides. I think there's a lot of caution going in. Neither team wanting to give up much, but both have really good goals. And Rovers, I think that's going to be a vital goal right before the half. We'll see how that influences in for the second half.
Well, that's going to end it for us for the first 45. We'll step away, and then we'll be back, and we'll bring you the second half of Atlanta Rovers FC versus Legends FC. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans, so they will never miss any of the action.
Good ball laid off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game! They go ahead, and this stadium is sent to raptures.
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
Gentlemen, say it with them. They are the champions.
So what are you waiting for? For the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
And welcome back here to Ellenwood, Georgia, here at Steele Road Stadium. And it has been an absolutely rain-soaked, very long delayed halftime. We have had storms just right at halftime. The rain started coming down, lightning storms. We've been in pretty much an hour-long delay. And unfortunately, we have more bad news to report. Dre, what's the latest?
Well, I had an opportunity to go down and speak to the referees and both of the coaches from the teams. And as it turns out, with the forecast of continued storming in the area, which includes lightning, and then, of course, the travel that Legends has to undertake, they're based out of LaGrange, Georgia. So the decision has been made. Since we got the first half in officially, and we stand at 1-1, we're going to suspend the game, and they're going to reschedule for the second half of this game to be played at a future date soon. And so that's probably going to be, we have a couple of dates set aside for makeup days, as well as an opportunity to maybe make this a midweek situation. And Legends will travel back up here, and we'll have the referees and everything, and we'll play the second half as if we had a very long halftime. So it'll be it's suspended officially, and we'll not replay, but we'll play the second half at a future date.
And then when we look at the goals that we had in this match, Legends FC opened up the goal scoring in the 31st minute. See that beautiful goal there. And then followed up pretty much in the 45th minute. Rovers finally responded. A great ball into the box, headed into the back of the net. And that is where we're at right now, 1-1.
Yeah, two very good goals, I think. And I think the impression I take, Larry, out of this game, we only saw the half. This is a game, their first game's coming back for the season. Legends showing immense amount of improvement from last season in their play, their control of the game, and their opportunities going forward. There was a sense of cautiousness from both sides, I think, trying to feel each other out, not wanting to give up too much. But Rovers scoring right there at the half was, I think, a key. But now with that, the game is suspended, and we have to wait a little while for the second half to be played. It'll be interesting to how these two teams will approach that. So it's a brand new game. Second half, 1-1, and we'll just keep an eye on our social media and a website for updates on this rescheduling.
Well, we thank you for hanging on as long as you did. We sat here for an hour watching the rain fall, but that's going to conclude our coverage of this match between Atlanta Rovers and Legends FC. We're suspended at halftime, 1-1. Like Dre said, watch our social media. We'll let you know when the second half of this match will get scheduled. Until then, that was Dre Bomar. I'm Larry Weaver. We'll see you next time on the ASMG YouTube channel.
This has been a presentation of the UPSL. Any use of this broadcast without the written consent of the Atlantic Soccer Media Group is prohibited.